Vitaly is not surviving prison right now, and potentially dropping the soap. So let's see what's going on with him. Would you, Hubs, if Vitaly dropped soap to you? Are you asking me if I would pipe Vitaly? That's a crazy question. I would definitely do it, bro. Bend that thing over. No, I would tell my friend Requise. I'll be like, yo, Requise, and I mean, I'm sure you can guess Requise's build by just his name, and I'd be like, yo, Requise, look, look, and then Requise can do it for me. I just realized I already started recording. Oh shoot.
So a couple of months back, an OG YouTube prankster turned IRL streamer named Vitaly got himself in trouble over in the Philippines.
Don't tell me we have to rewatch. Don't tell me we have to rewatch what he was doing.
And at first, it really just seemed like the latest idiot who travels abroad documenting their crimes for the world to see, really believing he is truly invincible.
Can I shove this up your booty?
What?
Is that okay or no? They won't recognize me. They're gonna call me.
Oh my god, it gets worse. It gets worse when you watch it multiple times.
Security with that one. I have a question for you.
But yeah, if you don't know really what's going on, this dude went to the Philippines and absolutely just harassed the public and did weird stuff. And literally, at first, he was just gonna get deported out of there, but they said, nah, we making an example out of this dude. Streaming all of it, by the way. And now he's in prison.
New general in town.
Chat, what prison is he in? Was it actually the Bilibid one?
Even when he went to the police station, and especially at his public press announcement, he was still openly mocking their people, and basically he made it seem like the entire situation was an absolute joke to him, laughing and taking the time to make faces for the camera. But quickly, Vitaly would face the wrath of the Philippines government, their president Bongbong Marcos, and the Secretary of Government John Vic Romulo. While he awaits his trial, Vitaly has been thrown in their immigration detention center, and we've already discussed how vile and disgusting these living conditions are in the detention center.
Oh, that's the immigration center.
And we've already discussed how vile and disgusting these living conditions are, with men stacked up on each other at all times due to overcrowding, rats and other vermin running around 24/7, no access to showers or air conditioning, limited access to food, and absolutely no medical attention, while this entire place looks absolutely vile.
Shut up, Chad. Stop scaring my mom. I'm not going to jail. I'm literally gonna have fun, talk to girls, eat some ice cream. I'm not doing anything fucking... Mom, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just hyping up with the chat. Let me just walk around. I'm literally gonna talk to girls, talk to strangers. I'm not gonna mess with the cops. Fucking calm them down. You need a fucking chill pill, bro. Always trying to ruin the vibes.
Yikes.
Now, I do have several clips to show you guys today from Vitaly's last stream before he got detained. This was actually the day after he did all that bullshit out in public, and just watching this stream back, it's very clear to me that he was extremely paranoid. His mom was very worried about him being arrested, and he was also clearly intoxicated or under the influence of some other substance running around the streets, while also still harassing people despite apparently trying to be on his best behavior.
I know, but let's just walk around and have fun. I'm not gonna fuck around with anybody for now. We'll see how long it lasts. The shots are kicking in. I came to this country and said to take this rhino pill. You know rhino?
No
idea. It's like a pill.
Okay.
So I took it and my pee-pee won't go down. What do I do?
Release yourself, mate.
Do you think your wife can help me? No? Okay, I'm so sorry.
Air conditioning, eh?
Oh god, I haven't even seen these clips. Oh god, I actually haven't even seen these clips.
Can I make love to you? Sexy time? Kiss, kiss, LOL.
I'm in a new country and my mom is scared for me. She said
he's dropping the soap on purpose in jail. There's no way he's not.
I'm gonna go to jail. Do I look like I will go to jail? Thank you, thank you. But can I ask you a serious question? Can I have your number?
No, sir.
Okay, next time. When you're 04, got you.
Now, after over 7 weeks of living in these conditions, we have several updates on the state of Vitaly's mind, as well as where and when this case will be moving forward. And let me just tell you guys right off the bat, it's not looking good for this guy. Now, a lot of this information is coming from the Philippine media company GMA Integrated News. They often are the ones to have access to quotes from the president and other people involved in handling this situation. That's where this guy Romula comes in to say that Vitaly actually wrote him a letter begging for his freedom. This news anchor comes on and explains...
That's crazy with how much... He was even being disrespectful during that whole, like, court live announcement thing. Like, he was being disrespectful. Bro, how you gonna send a message to him afterwards begging for freedom?
Means that in his note, Vitaly claims he is developing mental health issues during his time at the detention center. You know, I guess waking up to rats in your face and the smell of piss in the corner piling up will do that to a man.
Right.
But honestly, this is an Asian country, dude. They do not want to hear about your mental health issues. I mean, honestly, that's the exact lesson that they wanted to teach his ass. Like, this is not a game.
Yeah.
It's also very ironic because Vitaly is likely the type of person to clown on someone for saying they have depression or anxiety, but now he wants to use it as his scapegoat to freedom.
It's game over, brother. I'm gonna go get arrested. That's the real. Yes, I am. Nope, mission's not completed if I'm not arrested. I love you guys.
On the other hand, Romula describes
Wait, was that actually his mission?
Vitaly as an undesirable alien who overstepped his boundaries out in public.
Na he's suffering from mental health issues daw.
Issues. Ano yung pakiusap niya?
Na kung pwede i-drop na yung mga kaso. Na
For
ni
forgiveness.
Yeah, so
Bruh.
basically this guy does not give a fuck about any of that. He basically said, "Oh, you poor little piss baby." And I'm just gonna go out on a limb and guess that as Vitaly lays his head on the stomach of a shirtless Asian man, while bugs are flying around his face and he has withdrawals from not being on steroids and other drugs he was likely abusing, he really wishes that he hadn't acted like such an asshole to this guy Romula's face over and over again. I mean,
Right.
y'all know that Romula saw that shit on playback and thought, "Oh, you think you're better than us? You think this shit is a joke or the Philippines ought to be fucked with? Well, I'm gonna make sure to really fuck you up now. I'm gonna make it my
The secretary should have just sent back a letter that just said, lol. And that's it. That's it.
personal mission. And so he's saying, fuck the mental health, these actions will not be overlooked, and that Vitaly will be facing 3 charges soon,
What?
all for unjust fixation, which is essentially like a disturbing the peace charge, with the key caveat being that this is a crime that occurred without violence. It does seem like the ones pressing these charges are the 2 security guards
took
who he
another
was messing
hat?
around with, stealing
Oh
their
my
bikes,
God, he
their
did
hats,
so
and trying to
much!
make a mockery of these men. Now, the rumor was that after he got detained, Vitaly actually tried to buy these guys off in the form of a financial settlement for them to drop these charges, but they apparently held strong and wanted to see this man convicted.
No way.
After all, despite what some of these influencers might think, you can't just always throw money at your problems and expect them to go away. I really do believe that some of these guys think that because they hand out money on camera, they can do whatever they want.
I will call the police. Call the police. Call the police, and I'll show what I did for the country. How much I donated to the poor. What I did in the hood. Call the police.
Bro.
I'm not even gonna get into that, bro. I'm not, bro. It's insane. Praying for
So
people.
he basically just proved right there that the only reason he was giving to the poor in the first place was just for his image. And also, bro, he probably really didn't even do that much, if I'm being honest. I've seen one clip of him handing out 500 pesos to individuals. Okay, that's cool. Nothing absolutely crazy, but that's very nice. And I've seen about 45 clips of him harassing people. So I don't... you know what I'm saying? The balance is not there.
People freaking donating to the kids. It's never good enough for anybody, bro. I swear, bro, I need to make my own fucking YouTube kick.
But sometimes it
What?
really is about the principle of what you did to someone, and in this case, they want to set the example that their country is not to be fucked with.
Batay sa resolusyon ng Prosecutor's Office ng Taguig, merong sapat na ebidensya para magkaroon ng reasonable certainty of
Damn.
conviction para sa krimeng unjust vexation.
If I end up in jail, you know where to find me. If I don't respond to your text, I'm going ballistic right now by myself. So
Now, something else he notes here is that they did recently drop those theft charges. I'm not
Russia
sure.
ain't claiming it, bro. I don't know. I don't even know why people think Russia would claim this man. I mean, is he from Russia? He literally lived in America most of his life, so I don't think Russians really even consider him Russian. I mean, he's got a Russian name, probably Russian parents, but I don't even know how like Russian he really is.
If these stemmed from the incident where he got on the cop's bike and kind of drove away.
I think he's just
or
kinda
maybe when he tried to steal those
pretending
fans
a
or
little
that
bit.
mask from that store. But they did indeed drop that charge. Though it does look like they are certain of the public disturbance, so they want to hit him with those 3 charges of that unjust vexation. Which is actually pretty good news for Vitaly in the end. I really thought that they were going to throw the book at him.
The civil trial, I don't know, it's civil criminal, maybe it's criminal, it'll maybe last 2 to 3 years. Then the minimum charge, I think, will be 5 years per guilty verdict.
But here is the part where it really looks like Vitaly is fucked. Because even though he would likely only spend 1 to 4 years behind bars for these 3 charges, when he actually gets out...
I thought he just said 5 years per charge.
There is literally nowhere for him to go, because he was a green card holder here in America, and was also still a citizen of Russia where he is from.
Okay, so he is from Russia, but he just lived in America most of the time. Okay, fair. Americanized Russian. Okay. He came, alright.
But now representatives from the Philippines have been calling around, and neither America nor Russia is choosing to accept him in the event that he does get deported. Russia, his homeland, has literally said they have disowned Vitaly, with their officials emphasizing that they are in favor of him facing justice and consequences for his actions, even warning their people that when they travel abroad, they need to respect the local cultures and their laws. Clearly not wanting some sort of blanket punishment for the actions of one imbecile, especially one who has essentially disavowed his own home country in favor of America, who is also...
Exactly, that's what I was thinking in my head, but I didn't know he really does have ties with Russia. And now they're gone.
Point that Vitaly is not their problem. Obviously right now there are not nearly as many people coming into this country, and with the whole immigration situation, they likely look at Vitaly like he fucked up his golden ticket. And let me just tell you guys, the Philippine prison where he is likely going to be heading pretty soon is even worse than where he is currently at. These prisons are described as overcrowded and unsanitary. Every night you sleep body to body with a stranger.
I hope he drops the soap in front of this man right here. In front of this man right here.
And for example, if a facility was designed to house 1,000 prisoners,
my opinion,
they would try and squeeze 5,000 people into that space. This overcrowding obviously leads to a lot of illness, disease, and in some cases even death.
The struggle for survival begins. A struggle for space, for air to breathe. There is no access to food or water. The prisoners must persevere in one of the most overcrowded jails in the world.
Now, we don't know exactly when this guy will be sentenced, or what prison he will be going to, but like I said, this guy Romula really seems like he has made it his personal mission to see that they make an example out of Vitaly, so I really would not be surprised if he ends up in one of the worst places they have to offer. And you guys also have to keep in mind that this clown already skated much worse charges here in America, so maybe this is really just bad karma finally catching up to him. But I still think the most interesting thing to see will be when he actually gets out, where he will go. Because obviously no one wants his ass back in their country, and they're not going to waste their resources to do so. But I do want to know what you guys think about this Vitaly update down below. I do think that things are really going to start heating up in this court case. We might see the actual charges as soon as this week. Obviously, Vitaly is not having fun over there. I'm sure he's questioning a lot of his life choices. But hey, I guess that's what happens when you're pushing 40 and you're still running around like a goddamn idiot out in public in a foreign land.
Yeah, bro.
But either way, guys, I do want to thank y'all for watching today's video, dropping a like.
Thank you for the video. Bro, I didn't know he really is disowned from his own country. That's actually crazy. No way. I think he might be fucked, bro. He really might actually serve like 1 to 5 years in genuine Philippines prison. That's insane.